Good morning, class. Today we will see new topic, which is a non-linear data structure, which is represented as a tree. So far means up to now, we have been discussed data structures concepts, which are the linear one. Linear one means the sequential form, or what you say in a structural format, we are storing them. Okay, so what are the things we have been discussed so far? So we discussed array and linked list, and also we have seen stack and queues. Okay, so this data structure what we are using, stack or queue, it's been implemented by using both the arrays and linked list, and we have seen types of the linked list also, means singly, double, and circular. We have been covered linked stacks and as well as linked queues, which have been implemented using the linked list. Okay, all these things apart from means any polynomial, whatever it is. So all these things what we are discussed is being specified as a linear data structure. They have been considered as a linear data structure. Means we have been continuously storing, continuously processing these things in a manner. So here, these stacks and queues, what we are being considered as a linear, which have been using arrays and linked list representations to develop that thing. Okay, here we are seeing a non-linear data structure which is used to represent or store the elements in a hierarchical manner. Hierarchical manner means we are providing a relationship between these items which has been stored there. So the simple example what we can see here is, so here we are taking one example, which is the take it as a parent. Parent, and this is the child 1, and this is the child 2, and consider this is the child 3. Okay, and these one also will have the relation. Okay, here we are having subchild, sorry, subchild 1, next I'm writing it as a SC2. Okay, SC3, SC4. So how we are providing this one? We can take this one as a basic relationship. So here in this representation, so to represent the relationship among not only a parent child also, you want to organize the things in a hierarchical manner. What we have to do, we need to represent it as a tree like structure, means level wise we need to provide. Level wise means at the first level it will act as a parent, means it is an act as a root for that one, which is considered as a level 0. And if we see here, we are having level 1, and at the last level 2 here. So level by level, whether if we consider organizational also, what we need to, we won't need a linear data structure here, because there should be a pictorial representation or the representation of the elements there, which shows us the relationship among them. Okay, and by seeing that, any user or any person will get the idea among that thing what we are using here. So how we are specifying a tree means, a tree is a finite set of one or more nodes here. We are being designated, or we are being connecting these nodes to a first ever node, which is a designated, specially designated node, is being specified as a root here. This is the root. Okay. And how many elements we can add here is, so here basically a tree notation means if we are dealing with the relationships, or like in a organizational one, we can have many childrens here, or the many subparts to that one, or derived to that one. Okay, so we can restrict the number of childs to here, or we may not restrict that one. Why? Because restriction means we can't specify that each and every person or the each and every parent have the 2 childs only. They may have the 3 child, or they may have single child. They may not have the child also. Okay, there what it is been specifying. So this thing what we are using will be specified as a non-linear data structure, and which is used for the hierarchical relationships which have been specified for the different data items here. If we go for the next slide, there we are having the terminology what we are using while representing a tree. So here in this representation, what we are using, here we are using a root. A root notation here is presented as a parent, or we can specify as the first ever designated thing of the tree here. So which is being taken, the subtrees is being considered as attached to that one. This one, if you see, if this representation what we are considering is being considered as a subtree here. And coming to the next one, next terminology what we are using here is branch. Branch means this one. This representation what we are seeing is being considered as a link between the parent and child what we are using. And then next one is leaf. How we are specifying it as a leaf means a node with no children is called a leaf. So here at this point, the root node have the 3 children, and here each and every child is having a subchild. So coming to the level 2, they don't have the subchild's representation here. So then these presentation, in this presentation, if we see this last level 1 will be considered as a leaf nodes or the leaf of the this tree. Okay. Next one, subtree means, as I said, this one will be act as a subtree. This one also and this one also will be specified as a subtree. Okay. Coming to the next terminology, means what are the we are having? Degree. Degree means number of subtrees has been taken into that one. Here is a considered as a subtree. So how many subtrees are there? There are 3. 3 such subtrees are there. We can specify it as a degree of that one. Parent means here level by level we can consider that one. At this root node, this will act as a parent to this child's. At this level, this subchilds 1 or the child 1, child 2, child 3 will act as a parent for their respective subchilds. And we are having sub branches also for processing. And then next, children. So here from 1 node 2, if they are derived to consider, they are being specified as a children of that parent. Okay. Siblings means here in this representation, here it is clearly siblings means here this child is not having any sibling, this child is also not having any sibling, so this is having a sibling which is the SC4. And coming to at this level, child 1 is having the siblings child 2, child 3. When coming to the child 2, it will consider as a child 1, child 3. And child 3 means the siblings of child 3 are child 1 and child 2. Because they have been derived from a single parent. And here the child 3 is having the siblings here. But some child 1 and child 2 don't have the sibling representations here. Same parent. What is the important aspect here is the two children's or the two nodes what we are specifying at this level must have a same parent. These two don't have any other children's or the subchildren's. Here we are having a subchildren. Ancestors means previous one. So the ancestor of subchild 2 can be child 2 and the next parent root node. If we see, the root node will be the default ancestor of any representation here. And coming to the next one, level. As I said, level by level we will read the trees here, and it will start from the 0th level, which is being considered as a root. Okay. Next one, height and depth of that one here is, so here the maximum levels of any node. Here the maximum level is the 2, that is a 3. 3 will be considered as a depth of the thing what you are having. Climbing can be specified as a traversing. Traversing means visiting each and every node. Creation or insertion of the any node or any process will be none. But if it is being inserted successfully, or the childs what we are representing or in the such format or not, however we will know that one, we need to visit each and every node here. So this type of representation is being specified as a climbing. There are 3 such traversal techniques. So in order, pre-order, post-order, we will use any type of the ordering to visit that one. So we can start from the parent, or we can start from the left child and then visit the right child and then parent. Like that, we are having 3 different orders: in order, pre-order, and then post-order for processing. And coming to descending, means here how we are going to traverse here is from root to leaf. Leaf means this one, From root to leaf, then it is being specified as a descending of the tree. If it is a reverse one, that is a ascending, that is from leaf to root, then it means be specified as a ascending here. So next one here is, if we are removing the root one, the disjoint trees what we are getting means the tree what we are representing will be specified as a forest here. So these three separately is being specified as a forest. When we are getting this one, if it is obtained by removing the parent, that is a root node from here. Non-terminals means the nodes what we are being representing other than the root node and then leaf node, means the nodes which are not having the children and the root node being other than all these things, the remaining one can be specified as a non-terminals. So this is the root node. Yes, no? And then next here, we don't have any child for this one. So then it is being considered as a leaf node. And the remaining means from the level 0 to level 2 and the remaining between 1, that is the level 1 elements will be treated as a non-terminals. Next one, predecessor means next generation. So the next generation means here the predecessor of the child 2 will be subchild 2. The predecessor of the subchild, that is a child 3, will be considered as a subchild 3 and subchild, sorry, predecessor means previous one, successor means the next one. So likewise in the list we are having the predecessor means previous link and then next successor means here link. So child 2 previous node here will be parent, and here the child 2 successor will be that is subchild 2 representation. Okay, so this is a terminology we are having. See this one. So this representation is a tree data structure representation. This tree data structure is having the elements which is the root, and they are having the levels which is of 0, 1, 2, 3. So in this representation, the basic things what we are using for processing has been described here. So the parent node means which is having the child nodes, which means if it is having at least one child also, that what it is doing, it is been specifying as a parent node. And if you are specifying it as a subtree, means this one will be taken as a subtree. Leaf node means what? Which is not having a chain nodes. So there is a successor. If the successor is not there, then it will be considered as a leaf node. And the remaining B, C, D, E, F, G are being specified as a parents and also the non-terminals here, because the root nodes. So the B, C, and then next D only we are being considered as that one. So why? Because the root nodes what is having A, and then remaining elements which is not having the leaf nodes, that is a H, I, E, F, G being taken as a leaf nodes here. So what are the remaining one? These three are the remaining one. B, C, D being taken as a non-terminals here. And this is also one example. So here these two are the siblings, and these two, that is D and then next B and then next C, as being considered as a non-terminal node also, and this being considered as a parent of the D at this level. If you see from this level, this being considered as a child of the A here. Okay, this is the parent, and this is the considered as a root also, and this is being considered as a branch. They are the siblings, and then next which is having the, that is leaf node, that is which is not having the chain nodes, then being specified as a leaf node or a terminal node here. And coming to the tree representation, we are having the one basic tree that is we have been discussing here is a binary tree. So if you discuss the binary tree means which is having two nodes or the two subtree representations here. So which is considered as a left subtree and the right subtree. So here in this, a binary tree what we are getting is being specified as a tree, whether it is being taken as an empty one or it consists of the two disjoint binary trees, which called as the left tree or the right tree subtree, or we can specify them as a left child or the right child. If the node what we are using is been specified as the left side of that one, then it is been taken into the left child of that parent. And if you are considering the node which is been specified at the right side of that parent or the node, root node, then it been considered as a right child. So for every at every node or at every presentation, we have the left child and then right child also. So this is one example for us. So here, this is the root node, this is the left child, and this is the right child, which is indeed having the left child and the next right child presentation. How we are specifying a binary tree or processing is, we can say that a binary tree is having at most 2 childs. Then it will be specified as a binary tree. They have been taken as a left and the right childs here. So the types of the binary trees are many types. So in that we are discussing 4 here. Skewed binary tree. Skewed binary tree here is, if we are adding the new nodes to only one side, means only this side, right side or the left side. So if we are trying to add this one tree, one side of the binary tree only, then it is being specified as a binary tree, which is a skewed one. Means, so here in this representation, the elements being has it continuously in the left side. So this such type of the representation is been specified as a skewed binary tree. Strictly binary tree means the binary tree which has nodes will be there, and each and every node must consist of 2 nodes here. 2 nodes consist, it must consist of the 2 nodes. If not, there is no node at all. If not, there is no node at all. Means it doesn't consist of less than 2 elements or the 2 nodes here. For example, see here, this one is having 2 nodes. So if we are seeing up to this, then it is a binary tree. Okay, which is a strictly binary tree. And coming to next level, here we are having 4 such nodes which has been added to the previous one, 2 and 3, and second node is having 2 nodes and third node is having 2 nodes. Then it is a binary tree, which is a perfect one. Means it is strictly considering only 2 nodes there. And coming to the next representation, here in this one, it won't enact as a strictly binary tree. Why? Because 4 is having 2 nodes, as it is being satisfying the property here. And it is also having 2 nodes, 5, then it is also satisfying the property. But coming to the 6 and 7, it is not having 2 subchilds here. He is having only 1 subchild here. And what it is doing, it is not satisfying the strictly binary tree property here. Strictly binary tree means each and every node, what we are specifying in a tree, must have either 2 nodes or not at all. For example, consider these nodes are not there. Means these nodes are not there. Then what happens? So we will read 1. 1 is having 2 such nodes. Okay, this one is satisfying. And coming to the second level. So here 2 is having 4 and 5. 3 is having 6 and 7. Okay, done. And coming to the next level. 4 is having 8 and 9. 5 is having 10 and 11. Okay, done. And if we are having another element means, so we are not considering these 2 here. So then there are no such elements. Then what it is happening? Then it is specifying that it is a perfect, it is a strictly binary tree representation. Okay. And coming to the next one, full binary tree. Full binary tree means every node has a 0 or the true children. So both are being strictly binary tree and the full binary tree are being specified as a um, related one. So here see, in this example we are having multiple binary trees here. So it is been using one root node and it is been considering that it is having two children and each and every children is having the two subchilds here. So here we are not specifying that whether it is a complete one, means each and every node what we are having is being taken into the consideration. If you see here, you are keeping adding the values to that one. So that is a, it will become the skewed tree also. So this one also see, you are trying to add the right side of, sorry, left side of that part only. So what it is become, it is becoming the skewed tree representation also. So that is a one example. And coming to the complete binary tree. So the complete binary tree here is, so the last level what we are specifying, the bottom level what we are specifying has to be filled from the left to right here. So here, this one, the left to right. So here what we are specifying, this is the bottom level. So in this bottom level, the last level may not be completely filled, and then we can specify it from left to right. If it is being filled, it will be specified from the left to right. That is a complete tree representation. How we are specifying means what are the elements, how we'll get the left child of one, the right child of one representations here is, so if we are taking the properties of the complete binary tree, the parent of that node will be the I by 2. For example, here the parent of the 2, I want to know the parent of the 2. So the node what we are representing will be the 2 by 2, which is the 1. So the node which is being, means the value which is present at this node will be the parent of the value at present in the second node. If you take the 4 by 2, 2. So the parent of the second, sorry, fourth node here is with the second node. Means what will be the left child of the third one here is 2 into I. Right child will be 2 into I plus 1. So 2 into 3 here is the 6. As 6 is the right child, left child of the third node. 7 is the right child of the third node. So these are the values we need to remember. I by 2 and the next node to get the left child of that node 2i, and then next to get the right child of that node 2i plus 1 being used for the complete binary tree. And these are the complete and full representations here. So full binary tree means which is having the two elements only, and other one if you don't have the elements at all. So from left to right, bottom level has to be complete. So here it has been completed and the next it is not being completed. So here it is a full, why? Because it is not having elements, but it is having the elements here two elements there. So no subchild or two subchilds. So it has been satisfying that one. But complete means what? From left to right, it has to be complete. We can't make it as a, here it is a empty one. Okay, here we can't take it as an empty one here. So we must fill the left side of that one and we should move up the right. There will be empty, means it also allowed in complete binary tree. So here the left child has been filled up with the one child. Okay, on the right side we are not having child. Then the complete tree it has been allowed, but then not the full. What the full binary tree is specifying, it must have the two children or no children. Here how many children are there? Only one such children is there. What happens here? It is not a full binary tree, but it is a complete binary tree. So here in this one, the left side of that one we have been taking into the consideration. But how many children are there? Only one children is there. When compared with the right side, is having the very low, that is a low one. So here from left to right, it should be a complete one. So if we are placing these two children this side and that side one, then it is been taken as a that is a complete one here. And coming to the next one, full. Full means what? Two children. As the right side is fulfilling that property, but the coming to the left side, we are having one children there. So this representation is been considered as a neither complete binary tree nor a full binary tree representation. Coming to the next one, perfect binary tree. Perfect binary tree means each and every node what we are giving at the level will have the two children there. Each leaf what we are representing at the same, well, leaves will be at the same level. Leaves way means no subchild concept is there now. So the leaves will be at the same level. And then next, what we are doing, the interior nodes. The interior node means these nodes will have the two children there. So what it means is each and every one, other than the leaf node, each and every one will have the two subchilds. If we are considering the no subchild notation here, what it has to do? This has to be in the same level. Means there are no children after this. What it is been specifying? Okay, these are the leaf nodes. Other than the leaf nodes, and then we are having the root nodes and then non-terminals here. So these two must have the two children when we are specifying. This one has a two children and this one has a two children for processing. So this is the ADT which we are using for the binary tree. So first what we have to do, we have to specify the instances, that is the data structures or the elements what we are using. So we are specifying a root node and the left binary tree and the right binary tree. With this one, the tree can be specified as a empty for the initiation one, and then next it will be fulfilled by the left side and the right side appropriately. And coming to the operations to be performed on this binary tree here is, we can create the binary tree and we will check whether it is an empty or not. And then next we need to make the binary tree. That is, we need to insert the values into that binary tree. And then next one here is the left child, right child. And the last one is the to get the data from that one. To get the data, we need to check whether it is a empty or not. If it is empty, what happens here is we will return the null here. If it is not empty, what it says is, okay, this is the root node. And then next means we need to choose what is the traversal technique we are processing. So the traversal technique means what we are using pre-order, in-order and post-order. Any of the 10 will be processor. So the basic properties of the binary tree is, what are the maximum number of the nodes what we are using at the level. So by we can take as a I to the power of 2 to the power of I minus 1, where I greater than or equals to 0, and the maximum number of the nodes at the in a binary tree of the depth can be taken as a 2 to the power of k minus 1 greater than or equals to 0. And what are the total number of edges we are taking is we are taking the amount, means what are the nodes we are having, and then next n minus 1 will be specified as a number of nodes or the edges what we are processing here. And coming to the representation, likewise we are using in the stack or queue representations, we are using arrays and linked list. Here also we will use the array and the linked list representation. While using the arrays, we need to declare the size as a 2 power k. So here how many elements it is been storing means it will depends upon the level of that is the depth of that one what we are using. So if you are using the binary tree which is of the depth is 3, then it will be 2 to the power of 3 minus 1, that is it is using the 7 such elements. Otherwise what it is doing, we are storing only the 8 elements here. Why? Because I will show you. So here the elements, the numbering of the nodes will start from 1 to 3 only, but in the array size what we are doing, we are storing the elements from 0, but the 0th node is not having an element here. We will make it as a empty one, and from the 1 to other than we are storing the elements here. So what is the size of the representation here is whatever the elements you are using plus 1 has to be taken as a size here. Okay, and coming to the representation of that one, so level by level we are representing the elements. This is the level 0, 1. From the level 2, how many elements will be the binary means left child, right child. So 2 and 3. And the next, this is having the left and right child now. So 4 and 5. This is having the left hand child, 6 and 7. There is no change of the elements. The what is the right side element? What is the right subchild of right subtree means it will be the 7th node only. If you see this one, so here I'm not having, it is not a complete binary tree or a perfect binary tree or a strictly binary tree, just a binary tree representation which is having a root node and the next two childs to that one, two subchilds to that one. How we are storing the values here? So we need to know the levels here. So the first level here is the 1. So how I am representing here is the first element what we are storing. I am started with the 1 only, not 0 there. So the first element is the 50. And then next is 2 and 3. These are 30 and 40. This one is the 4th one. If not, we are not having element also. Means here we are not having a which child, right shade. So right shade also we need to take an empty space, or the simply we can mention a -1 to that one. Here also we are not having a shade. So what it is taking, the 4 is being filled. This 5 and 6 has to be considered as a empty, -1 and the -1, and being considered as the next one is the 20 here. Okay, likewise, we will store the values in processing. And coming to the next one, which is the user linked list. So you know that linked list representations has been processed. In using the linked list processing, we need to create a data element, and to that one, we have to add the left child, right child, and then next the trees representation. So as soon as we are the pointers, we are specifying this is the data we are using, and then next the binary tree, what we are mentioning has to be specified as a null here. And this is the one simple representation what we are using for processing. That's it for the today's class, ma. And tomorrow's class, in the cleanly see the trees and the representation of that one, and also the traversal techniques also. Thank you.